praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua Ba'Shem, the Papadosh. This is y&ymission. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. y&ymission teaches the 100% truth doctrine in GMS. I just want to go into Isaiah 4:1, and the title of this Isaiah 4:1 is the best of the worst women. All right. So basically, right now, if you're getting paired up with a woman, or you have a woman, or you possibly go, transitioning. Salakia. These women are going to be the best, as good as it can get on this side. All right, they're not going to be perfect. They're not going to be righteous 100%. They are going to be a headache. They are coming out of the world. They don't know what the fuck is going on, and they're going to be confused. Okay, so your job as a man of the Lord, as a servant of the Lord, is to not let her transitioning and downfall of this kingdom affect you. Okay, so we're gonna get what? The best of the worst. Okay, Heavenly Father's giving us the pick of the best of the out of the worst women, okay, on this side. All right, and plus these women are already grown. They already used to Babylon. They already been ran through. Their mind, if they haven't been ran through all the way or totally, their mind is corrupted in feminism. Okay, so either their mind is going to be corrupted, or their body is going to be corrupted, or both. Okay, so we're going to get the best of the worst. All right, these women. So don't expect much from these women. Don't expect them to cater to your every need, rub your back when you need it, all types of stuff. All right, all types of things that us men we look for in a woman. So remember, they're coming out of that. This is an adulterous generation. Okay, and they're coming out of a world. They see a world that's collapsing that they have known and grown to love. Okay, and they're trying to make, some of them are trying to make adjustments and transitioning over to the Heavenly Father, and it's harder for them. Okay, but there's still no excuse, okay, for them, and it's still no excuse for you. Okay, be mindful of that. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. I deal with my woman. I know that. So that's gonna you're gonna have to use patience and wisdom, okay, and the scriptures to help you navigate these women. Okay, if they come into you, remember, these are going to be the best of the worst women. All right, so yeah, the bitch she's bad as far as worse. I mean, she's not a good woman, or hasn't been a good woman over the course of her life. But now that she's with you, or getting with you, or possibly could be with you, okay, she's a step above the rest. That's all I'm trying to say. There's a lot of women that's still down here, that they folding their arms, they're turning their back to the Heavenly Father, and they're looking at Esau like we can see this view. They're looking at his city. They're looking back like Lot's wife, okay, in which she turned to a pillar of salt. So those women, okay, are the worst of the worst. But then you may have a woman that was posted up like them, trying to look back, but she's slowly turning around, and she's turning to the Heavenly Father. And it's your job as a man to grab her by the hand, spiritual hand, and pull her not only towards you, but pull her towards the Heavenly Father. So you're gonna get the best of the worst. And some women are, they're hesitant, but they're coming. They're taking slow steps, and other women are taking bigger steps. None of them are striding. None of them are running to the Heavenly Father. Don't believe what they say, whether they subscribe 100% to the truth or not. It's your job to guide them, because they may bite off more than they can chew. They need to be guided. They need to be directed how to get to the Heavenly Father, and they don't know how to do that, because the Heavenly Father ain't dealing with them like that. All right. But then, like I said, you got other women that's still looking at the city. They got their back turned. They got their back turned and their arms folded. They made up their mind. They set in their ways. You ever hear that? A woman set in her ways. Okay? She's not going to change. She's not going to come back. Okay? You can't make a hoe a housewife. In this instance, we can't make these spiritual hoes, okay? Because their mind and their spirit and their body is so polluted. We can't make them a spiritual housewife. Okay, so you're going to get women on the side that are cleaning up, so to speak, turning back from the city, looking at that view and turning back, and they're trying to go with the Heavenly Father. They're trying to be a part of the body. Okay, so that's what. What does the Heavenly Father say? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. So yeah, First Peter, okay, First Peter 3:7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. You need knowledge to dwell with these women right now. All right, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel. All right, so she's the weaker vessel. All right, and you gotta deal with them with knowledge. So that's why when you see you have to understand, if you have a woman that's wants to turn her back on the Heavenly Father and stay in the world, and then you gotta realize when you got that woman that's turning, but you gotta guide her like a clock. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be that second hand. I mean that second hand that's constantly moving and turning slowly, the minute and the hour hand. You gotta be that because you gotta be constantly in the spirit. You gotta be constantly giving an analogy. You gotta be constantly supping with the Heavenly Father, so we can turn her to you as a man, but also to the Heavenly Father too. All right. But then you guys, women that's still stuck at 6 o'clock. 6. That's Rema man. That's man. 666. See, we want our women to go to 12. We want them to be part of the 12 tribes. We want them to know their identity, that they're Israelite women. Okay, that they're from Judah, that they're from Zebulon, that they're from Asher. We want them to know these things. Okay, and them to be okay with it. We don't want them to teach. We don't want them to be go out and proclaim, be on the front lines. No, but to make your household run smoothly. So be mindful. Any woman you get, you're gonna get the best of the worst. Okay, the worst, like I said, are women that are stuck on the city, that turn away, turn like Lot's wife. Okay, and that have made up their mind. All right, so we just did 1 Peter 3:7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel. All right, right. And then, hold on. Hold on. All right, so Genesis 19:26. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. Right. That's what happened to Lot's wife, right? All right, so right. Genesis 19:28. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah. This is Sodom and Gomorrah right here, 2.0. And toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. And this is what's going to happen when these nuclear weapons, okay, these ICBM missiles hit this place. It's going to be a lot of women that's going to get vaporized and turned into melt with the fervent heat, melt like the elements. All right. So yeah, You don't want, you know, it's going to be a lot of women that are Lot's wife. They're going to look back. They want to stay looking back at the city. They want this view. They want this place to continue. But we as men of the Lord, you know, we don't want that. And if we have a woman that's next to us, we don't want that for her. No matter about how she feels. The Heavenly Father put her with you. And you got to let her know that too. That's another thing too. Let her know that the Heavenly Father ordained that. And the scriptures speak of that, okay? The scriptures speak of that. I'm not trying to make this long because like, this is really not that serious. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What's the scripture? Hold on. Hold on, I got it. Yeah, sorry. Matthew 19:6. Wherefore they are no more twined, but one flesh. What therefore Yahweh have joined together, let no man put asunder. Right, so he joined you with that woman in these last days for a reason. Okay? All right, it may be to bring out something in you that he needs in order for you to further the truth and to teach you something. And to save her, because she is what? The best of the worst. So, you know, the Heavenly Father, he doesn't just make one concession for one thing. He usually, when he does one thing, makes one move, one chess move, it's usually 4 or 5 moves in one. 4 or 5 or more moves in one. That's how he does. All right, so he gonna get multiple results. He can clean her up. She's the best of the worst. Pair with you to bring some good out in you, to maybe more patience, more anger control, more humbleness, okay, in you. These are things that happen to me, okay? I'm speaking through experience. So the Heavenly Father has his way of doing things, okay? So it's not going to be just, you know, a woman just with you just because it looks good and he wants you to add it. He don't want nobody else. No. It's going to be a reason, okay? And that's why I said it's imperative to be honest with yourself as a man, and before you hop on a woman, look at yourself, because you're probably fucking up somewhere. I don't know, you know. I'm speaking from experience. So I had a first wife, I was kind of fucking up, but this is what before I was, you know, totally in the truth, okay? And I was teaching while I had her, and I'm teaching with this one too. All right, but I made adjustments that I didn't make with my first wife that I'm making with this one, and I'm seeing different results from the Heavenly Father and his Son. I'm getting different results, the results that I want from the woman. So that's why it's imperative to look at yourself before you get mad at them, all right? Because she's going to be a reflection of you. That's why he sent her, because she is the best version of you. Not the other bitch you won, or not the bitch that you used to know or have, okay? He used her too for a reason, to get you to a certain point. It may have been your kids, just so y'all can bring those kids into this world so they can be judged or be saved a certain type of way and be, you know, higher rank in the kingdom. That could be it, or whatever, you know? You never know. But remember, you're going to get the best of the worst on this side, okay? Okay, and the Heavenly Father has joined us together. No man can't come in between that, especially right now. Everybody's in a lot. All the chess pieces are set, okay, whether it's on the left-hand side or the right-hand side. And these women, okay, are part of the moves that the Heavenly Father is making, okay? All right? So, like I said, okay, Isaiah 4:1, in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Right. All right. So, you know, how are they gonna be called by your name? You gotta have sex with them. You gotta fuck them. Okay. That's what it is. Yeah, you gotta have sex with them. All right. So I don't want to make this long. I gotta get, you know, I don't do something else. But remember, the women on this side, if you get women, if you have a woman, if she's paired up with, she's gonna be the best out of the worst. Remember, the worst are the ones that's staying in the world, that want to act like Lot's wife, turn back, and they want to continue to look over the horizon at the city. See how we looking at the city right now? This Baltimore. See how this is what they want. They want to stand up there, turn it back to you and the Heavenly Father. But then you got women that are turning slowly, like a clock hand, like an hour hand, like a minute hand. You got to look at them like that. They're moving slow. You're the second hand. Yeah, you moving fast. You running laps around them, but you got to slowly turn them to the Heavenly Father to get them on 12 tribes, right? You gotta, that woman in your life, he put her there. If he removed another one, he put her there, especially in these last seconds, for a reason. And most likely it's because, yeah, it might be hard to understand or see, but yeah, she could be possibly be one third, especially if she don't got no kids. My second wife don't got no kids, okay? But and so does the one that's possibly could be my third. She don't got no kids either. She younger than the second one. My first wife, the oldest one, and my possible third wife is the youngest. Okay, so remember, but none of them are perfect. They all do little things irritate me, and my first wife did a lot. Okay, so the Heavenly Father got her ass, marked her ass, got her ass up out of here. All right, remember, it's your job, you know, grab her by the hand as you see her turning. If you see her turning towards you and to the Heavenly Father, help her. Okay, but if she wants to stay in the world, then the Heavenly Father will take her out. All right, take her away from you. Leave your way to escape. Hold on. So, right. Ecclesiastes 7:26, and I found more bitter than death the woman, whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whosoever pleaseth Yahweh shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. You see? All right, so that's what it's about right now. All right, escaping the women that you're not supposed to be with, okay, and being with the women, you know, that you're supposed to be with. Okay, if that's your lot. All right, so with that, I like to say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ba'kakodash. This is y&ymission. Shalom.